Goodbye YouTube, how's it going everybody? Before I get into talking about the team preview, this morning I actually uploaded another video. Reason being is that last night YouTube for some reason did not let me upload, and I know Mo1 was actually having the same problem that I was. Luckily though, this morning I was able to upload it, so if you guys missed my morning upload, make sure to go check that out. A link to that will be at the end of this video, and you guys can watch that and watch this video that'll be going up this night more than likely. Now, looking at the team preview, this is an OU battle. The team that I'm using is one I based around Hippowdon, just because I really like Hippowdon. Then I threw in Life Orb Garchomp, Scarfed Keldeo, Dragon Dance, Dragonite, Ferrothorn, and Bulky Starmie. Now, looking at threats on my opponent's side of the field, Reuniclus is really the main thing I see that's going to be a threat, just because if it's Calm Mind and I allow it to set up, it could sweep me. If it's Trick Room and my Pokemon are weakened, it could sweep me. So either way, Reuniclus is definitely a major problem. But I'm going to be leading off with my Garchomp, as he's going to be leading off with the Rotom. Now obviously I don't want to take a Will-O-Wisp, so I'm going to make the safe switch into my Starmie, which with it having the natural cure can just get rid of the burn once I switch out. As he unfortunately misses a Hydro Pump, I'm going to take this opportunity to go for my own Scald, predicting him to want to bring in his Tyranitar. I see that he has leftovers, so I know that this turn he more than likely is not going to want to go for the Pursuit and might just want to go for the Stealth Rocks. So I'm going to be able to go for a second Scald, and I'm going to be able to burn him, which is going to be really great because now I'm going to be able to wear down this Tyranitar and get rid of it a whole lot sooner. Then predicting him to want to switch out, I'm actually going to go for the Rapid Spin as he brings in the Rotom. Seeing that he doesn't have an item, I'm thinking that maybe he's Choice Scarfed, or then again he could possibly be Choice Specs, or even Resto Chesto. But either way, I know Ferrothorn right now is my safest switch in, as he actually predicts me to bring in Hippowdon or Garchomp and goes for the Hydro Pump. As his turn, I go for the Thunder Wave, predicting him to bring in Terrakion or Gengar, but he makes the better play by bringing in the Reuniclus, and I'm then going to go for the Power Up because I need to start wearing down this Reuniclus, as it turns out that he is a Trick Room set. Luckily though, none of my Pokemon are weakened, so I know my Ferrothorn will be able to take one Focus Blast, and I'm going to be able to get off a second Power Whip off on him. And this turn, predicting him just to go for a third Focus Blast, I'm going to switch into my Starmie. As he does do that, he's in a position where he has to go for the Shadow Ball because his Trick Room turns are really starting to end, and by this way switching into my Ferrothorn, I'm able to stall out an extra turn. Then predicting him to go for the Psychic or the Shadow Ball, predicting me to switch. I stay in and go for a Power, but he makes the safe play by going straight for the Focus Blast, as I am not going to be able to bring in my Garchomp, Revenge Kill him with the Earthquake. He's going to bring in the Rotom, and I'm thinking, alright, I'm faster than him, right? And no, it turns out that he is Scarfed, hits me with the Hydro Pump. Luckily though, I'm able to live and in return knock him out with the Outrage. Now because he more than likely was max special attack and max speed, the crit didn't matter because I am jolly max attack with the Life Orb, and that is stabbed. As he Revenge Kills me with the Terrakion, I can now bring in my Dragonite and predicting him to switch out. I can't speak, I apologize. I'm going to go for the Dragon Dance as he brings in the Tyranitar. Unfortunately, my Dragonite has Fire Punch as opposed to Earthquake, so I'm going to go for a second Dragon Dance, predicting him to go for a Stone Edge or the Stealth Rocks for some reason, but he turns out to have the Ice Beam. Now, the crit actually did matter, but he then would have been able to bring in Scizor and Revenge Kill me with the Bullet Punch, so in the end, the crit really doesn't matter whatsoever. As I Revenge Kill him with the Hydro Pump, he is now going to bring in the Terrakion, and even though his Rotom was Scarfed, I don't want to risk his Terrakion being Scarfed. So I'm going to make the safe switch into my Hippowdon, and then this turn predicting him to want to switch out. What I'm going to do is actually double out into my Starmie. In hindsight, I should have doubled down into my Keldeo, because I then could have just gone straight for the Hydro Pump if anything. And this turn I should have doubled down into Keldeo, knowing that the Scizor would come in, but I do just go for the safe Psychic, getting off a decent bit of damage on the Scizor, and then predicting him just to go for the U-turn and not the Pursuit, because if he is Choice Banded and he locks himself into Pursuit, that gives me a free switch into Keldeo. So he does just go for the U-turn as he U-turns out into the Gengar, and after that U-turn damage, he brings my Hippowdon down to the point where Gengar will be able to knock me out with the Shadow Ball, although now I can get a free switch into my Scarf Keldeo, and something on his team is about to get knocked out as I'm able to take out the Gengar. He is then going to bring in the Scizor. Now this turn I'm actually going to get a crit with the Hydro Pump, which depending on what EV spread he had would determine if the crit actually mattered or not, but either way at this point the battle is basically mine, just because his Terrakion has to lock himself into the close combat if he wants to be able to knock out my Keldeo, which then I can bring in Starmie and knock him out with a Psychic or the Scald. But I'm able to live the close combat and knock him out with the Hydro Pump, and that's going to be the 2-0 victory in my favor. So yeah, in the end, the battle was a bit haxy, but I don't really think anything was entirely too game changing. I mean, the crit on Scizor might have mattered or it might have not, as I said, depending on what EV spread that he had. But either way, it was definitely a fun battle. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to some more content, and make sure to go check out the video that I uploaded this morning. You can click the screen on the top left hand corner where the video is playing, and go check that out. And with that, I will see you guys later.